Hello and so welcome to the GSA Minecraft Glitchless Invitational to the second round, Zylenox versus Illumina. I'm gonna be your host today. My name is ReadyVan and I'm here with the one and only VGR. How's it going?
I'm so excited for the second round. Did you know this is the second round, guys? We are in
This
the
is the
second
second
round now.
round. There we go. Illumina versus Zylenox. Zylenox versus Illumina. Two former world record holders of this category. Illumina coming in with a new insane PB of 1053 and Zylenox with the 1339. Yo, so what do you expect, BGR, from this match?
I think both of these guys looked a little bit shaky in their previous matches. Zylenox, I think, had a bit of leeway. Amazon having an unfortunate series, and Illumina knocking out tournament favorite Outrageous Josh. But I think it'll be interesting to see whether they clean up. You mentioned that Zylenox has been live for a few hours getting ready. So
Zylenox has been live for 3 hours practicing non-stop. He comes into this match and wants to defeat one of the best Minecraft speedrunners ever, which is Illumina 1337. So we will see if Zylenox can beat the Canadian today.
Yep, countdown is beginning. About 5 seconds left till we get into this match. Savannah Spawn, I believe that's a ruin portal straight ahead. So let's see how they play this out.
The race has started. Round 1 of the match, Zylenox versus Illumina, ruin portal indeed. It looks like it might be completable. Bunch of stuff inside the chest. We see a golden pickaxe, some golden armor, 3 iron in form of ingots, 1 obsidian, and 1 golden apple.
Yeah, quite interesting. Doesn't look like there's a light provided, so we'll have to be either woodlit set up by the runners or caving for a small amount of iron to be able to get the FNS. Quicker on the side of Zylenox to notice that the portal was 100% completable. Knows that they're not going to need any bucket here, so can go straight into a pickaxe on that end. As it'll be interesting to see what the play is on the side of the runners in terms of actually lighting the portal to get entry.
It's gonna be interesting to see what the method is gonna be. Illumina, who had the world record in pre-1.9 for over 1 year, is used to mine for iron for sure, but there are lots of different strategies to lighten the portal. One of those is the strategy that Zylenox is currently applying. He's just placing down some wood and trying for that wood to catch fire and lighten the portal, and it is on fire.
Yeah, unfortunately does burn out the block completely. Doesn't have the... This is definitely far from an optimal setup. We'll pick up the gold blocks in the time waiting for the light, but needs a bit more fire to come through. On the side of Illumina, going to get the flint. Looks like potentially going to gamble on... Well, not gamble. Well, likely gamble on getting the pickaxe in the nether, because will optimate the flint and steel as opposed to entering with the pickaxe.
Illumina opting for flint and steel and relying on extra iron in the Netherlands. We see Zylenox already in the nether. We see a Bastion and the Netherman looking at Zylenox, asking him what is going to be his strategy. Zylenox using the golden pickaxe, collecting some blocks, and now doing more golden pickaxes. It seems like his idea is to mine his way up and building some sort of a staircase. Very nice idea. Not sure if it's gonna be the fastest one though. It seems like it's taking some time.
Yeah, definitely seems like Illumina's going for the slower overworld, but a bit more front loading. A little bit more comfortable on the wood front. Has some food as well from flint stealing the mobs. And going down to this ruined portal. Going to, actually, yeah, good idea on his part to loot that. Gives him the ingots necessary to be able to make his pickaxe before entering the Bastion, so will make his routing a bit simpler.
Zylenox decided that his strategy was not fast enough and opted for slabs, and now is already in the Bastion. We see it is a fusion between a fortress and a bridge Bastion. Zylenox already collecting some gold from the Bastion part and probably gonna think about task overlapping, while Illumina is on his way. It's not that far behind, but he still has to collect the gold from the Bastion.
Yeah, just walking his way straight through those hoglins, going to see that it is in fact a triple chest, going for shoulder or dowski, whatever he would personally prefer to call it. Gonna get one of the boys in the hole and get the rest funneling their way down.
Zylenox not changing difficulty, relying on this very nice Dowski route, gets bunch of piglin and starting to throw all the gold inside a hole that he mines, while Illumina is killing some piggies over there and now starting the route 2. Probably gonna go for the same one. Not sure if is he gonna go and collect the chests first. No, he's straight immediately going down and gonna start collecting the piggies right now.
Zylenox going to do a pearl hang, gonna save a little bit of time, just sit here and grab the trade. Sitting on 15 RB right now. Don't believe either of them have checked the other side of the bastion, so no idea what the obsidian situation is over there. Pretty likely that they're going to hit double travel here, as Illumina is just up at the top of that shoulder, right? Yeah.
Oh my god, what a beautiful 2 chests we get from this bastion. 10 obsidian combined at least in the 2 chests together. Illumina though getting shot by a blaze. Losing some health, but it's gonna be fine. He gets even more obsidian from the trades. I assume there's a possibility for potential 20 obsidian from the bastion split. Not sure what the runners are gonna go and use them for. While we see Zylenox in the fortress already, I am not aware if he is still waiting for some trades or is done with the bastion split already.
Yeah, not quite sure on that part either. Do see that he's currently sitting on 8 pearls on the hotbar, but quite frequent to split the pearls between the hotbar and the inventory just for easier stacking. Zylenox setting up a nice double spawner setup here, has the fire res. The one thing that Illumina currently has over Zylenox is food. So Zylenox dropping the gap to keep his health bar in a reasonable spot. Oh, Illumina failing the pearl, ending up below the fortress here.
Zylenox indeed building this bridge between the 2 spawners in order to be able to collect blaze rods from both of them. Now is starting to build the first portal and probably gonna go and look for an angle while there are more blazes. He is opting on killing that blaze first before he leaves, and there's even another blaze on the other side.
Yeah, it does look like he's currently sitting on 16 pearls total. Should be absolutely fine. We'll be able to get a respawn anchor on his side as well. Not quite sure of the bed count. I can see at least 1 on his hotbar. That's 5 total. 5 plus respawn anchor means that he will be absolutely fine. Slight issue with his bridge setup. The blaze spawning on it and immediately going into the void, not opting for a fishing rod. Doesn't have the spare string this time, compared to when other runners have been able to do that to keep good spawn control.
Illumina currently at 4 blaze rods now, being chased by 2 bitter skeletons. Is gonna be fine though, no problem for this Minecraft speedrunning legends, just killing both of them. And now waiting in the middle of the 2 spawners in order to activate them. Not sure if this is close enough. It seems though it's working, since the right spawner just spawned 1 or 2 blazes. Not able to see it because he's crafting. He has I think 17 wool, 18 wool, which is enough for 6 beds. This is way more than he probably needs to kill the dragon. These runners being that good that they can kill a dragon with only 4 beds, and even Illumina, who is notoriously a Noah 3-1 cycler, being able to kill the dragon with 4 beds most of the times. Now still waiting for the blazes to drop some more rods, not opting for getting an angle while Zylenox is already locating the stronghold.
Yeah, looks like no fancy axis calculated is doing multiple eye throws here. It doesn't look very specific. I think just wants a rough angle check. Like, this is very rough, though, so I would not expect anywhere near an I Spy coming out.
I did not pay attention for the triangulation method that Zylenox is using. Not sure if he's using a new Ninja Brain tech or just relying on getting one angle. A simple educated. But what I do know is that Illumina is about to get all the rods and now going to kill that blaze. Is it gonna drop a blaze rod or not? We don't know. Two wither skeletons behind, but this is no problem for Illumina, who is killing both mobs and the blaze and still on his duty to collect the rods.
Yeah, definitely going to be feeling more, not quite sure on his total, but I'd assume that he's more comfortable on pearl count than Zylenox. Probably hung around for a few extra trades. But I feel as if Zylenox is just inarguably in quite a comfortable lead here. Making his way through the nether wall, gold pickaxes, beautiful way to speed that up. Looks like he is out of wood though, and will just opt to do it on spot instead of moving any further.
Zylenox found the spot now, building the portal. Is this gonna be an ice spy or not? We don't know. We will know it very, very soon. And he spawns in forest. Not quite an ice spy. He's gonna throw another eye and probably now do a distance estimation to see how good that triangulation and blind traveling was. Illumina spawns in another forest, and I'm not sure if he got an angle or not. It seems like he is just gonna go from there, or is he gonna get an angle and then go back to the nether? Probably the last.
Oh dear, Zylenox currently stuck in the situation. He has no sprint, has fire res so that he can't flint and steel reset, has to waste the time pillaring up to be able to get his death, to be able to get his hunger bar back. Gonna start making his way forward here. No distance check came through on his side, and he blinded pretty low. Like, well, considering his distance check, I think that he's still pretty far off from the original portal. Not quite sure how long we'll be expecting to travel here, but Illumina back in the nether, making his way towards his second portal.
Seeing on Illumina a bunch of numbers and letters that we would have never seen 1 year ago, using the F3 menu to see the angle and to get an estimation where he should build that portal. I believe that Zylenox is though very far ahead, even though the problem that Zylenox at the moment encounters, in my opinion, is that he barely has anything to eat. So saturation might be a problem, but since 1.15 it is possible to set your spawn with beds, and I think that is what the play could be here. Zylenox decides though that killing a chicken like in the old fashion and get some food is an idea, and now currently boating towards the stronghold. I am not sure how far away he is, but he is very far away from 0-0 already.
I believe they're in the same quadrant. Zylenox is, I think, over 1,000 blocks further out than Illumina, if I saw the F3 correctly. So Illumina might have really shorted this blind. I think one of them's very far away, is what I'm getting at. Unless I misread Illumina's chords.
Yeah, it's not that clear. Illumina currently traveling through some snowy mountains, and now opting to get some stone. Not quite sure what the idea is. He's crafting a tool. It is an axe that he thinks he needs. Was the blaze fight that bad that he had to craft a new axe?
It took him a while. I'm not sure. Maybe he lost one of the blaze rods where like over lava. As these guys actually seem like they're in pretty similar terrain. I might have misread the coordinates, and we might be seeing a race that is very close in terms of their current positioning.
Zylenox using one of the best blocks in Minecraft after TNT, which is the boat. Using it to fall down without taking any damage and still looking for the angle. I believe there has been a change for Zylenox now, who has a tough terrain to travel through, while Illumina is also in a mountain. This looks very similar. I don't know what UBG are, but it could be the case that they're not that far from each other.
I think that they are. I think that just Extreme Hills look very similar. I'm waiting, like, I've been just sitting here staring, waiting for Illumina to pull up his F3 again. Because I feel as if they are in good proximity. Really, really wants to light that creeper. Not even going to open F3 there, just get the angle, gets the pop. Yeah, not quite sure. I think if I read Illumina's correctly, he is going to have quite a lot of travel, but Zylenox, also in the same boat, definitely traveled over 600-ish blocks already. Probably on his way to 1k, was not very close with his portal either.
Both players with some very good food in their hands now. Illumina with a golden apple and Synox with some pork chops now. They're still on their way. I think it's fair that the triangulation was not the best, or better said, the blind travel, but the eye is going back for Zylenox now, who is not that far away from the stronghold apparently. He is placing some blocks and now is gonna go and do some old school triangulation, gonna throw the last eye, and then probably he's gonna have the chunk.
Yeah, neg 2215, very edge of the ring right there. So if this is the same stronghold for Illumina, he's gonna be running for a while. Come on, flash the F3, please. Yep, neg 18 for 1400 right now. Has, I think, about 400, 500 more blocks to go. Was in fact in the same quadrant this time. So we're gonna have to see him follow similar Extreme Hills travel. Just making a little bit of path, wants to make the hills a little bit prettier. But will be making his way
Illumina,
towards
unfortunately, known to not have the best luck when it comes down to blind traveling, as in one of his former world records, where he didn't use F3, by the way, he was very, very, very far away from the strongholds. So apparently Synox is on a huge lead here, who is currently digging down at 50 minutes and 40 seconds.
Looks like Zylenox actually really overshot. He's had to backtrack quite a lot, and Illumina's very close. I think only 100 blocks off right now on the Z-axis. So we'll be seeing him get into the stronghold at a pretty similar time. Could come down to the biggest difference makers right now will be Nav and Perch RNG. Stronghold Enter coming in first for Zylenox. He has the advantage, and the win is in his hands currently.
Synox opting to go straight through the middle and now gonna return since there is no more path to follow. He is now opting to look at the branches, but he decides that he's already 4 rooms in. Gonna take another peek though, but probably now gonna return and start the navigation from the beginning. Gonna return there and take and look for another path. There's a hidden room, of course. Let's look down there. There are 2 more doors. Oh, this is this is kind of difficult to navigate, not gonna lie. He's gonna return now and see if there are other options. There should be hidden room there too. Let's see where that leads to. Very far down, but it's dead end too. So Synox already having some difficulties in the stronghold, while Illumina is using that time to go and win some time.
Sorry.
Not sure how far away he's from a stronghold.
Yeah, just Zylenox finding the hidden room and immediately looping around in a circle. Gonna be checking out these areas here. Definitely time save potential for Illumina coming into this split, as he is on his way down right now.
This looks good for Zylenox. And he finds the portal room at 17 minutes 35. Not the greatest run for these runners, but it's gonna be good enough. If the dragon does not troll, this is gonna be a victory for Zylenox in the first round. So let's see, he is currently using his time to build a second bucket. Not sure what the idea is. Oh,
he needs to go back to the Nether. He's 1 eye short. It's a 0 eye.
No way.
He only has 11 eyes.
No way.
Not sure what the situation is for Illumina. Looks like... Wait. I only saw 7. Well, he finds the portal room a hell of a lot faster. but
Illumina also finds the portal room and now is looking around. This looks like two runners have to return to another. Illumina not going in immediately. This is an insane run. I think this is the first time in this tournament that we encountered a situation where both runners will have to return and do a second nether split. Not sure what is going to happen here, but yeah, we could say that the race restarted.
What has Illumina done to the blaze rods? I swear he only has 7. I only see the 4 in his inventory, 3 blaze powder. I might be missing rods also, but it looks like he's short on pearls as well, killing the Enderman. Potentially,
Okay,
I am
hear
just
me out,
missing
man.
his inventory. Yeah?
So I didn't want to say it, but I suspect that Illumina might have forgotten the data pack, maybe. Since what I can see, Illumina took a long time to fight the blazes, and there have been some pops. This could be due to Illumina just forgetting to install the data pack, but I am not sure.
Well, clearly at least 3 pops coming through on the side of Zylenox got himself got 14 rods on his side. So due to it being a 0-eye, 100% Zylenox matched there. Gonna need 1 more blaze on his side. Illumina, I'm not quite sure. Your theory may be accurate, but it looks like it's more pearls that he's worried about right now. Because he could have entered back from the portal room.
Alright, so Illumina looking for pearls, Zylenox looking for blaze powder, now waiting in the middle of the 2 blaze spawners. The blazes should spawn at some point, and we have a spawn for Zylenox. Illumina just looking around and waiting for pearls. Illumina, who has been one of the greatest 1.7 hardcore players, knows that killing Enderman actually provides you pearls sometimes. So he's opting for that, and also looking for the chest. Looking and finding the same hidden rooms that Zylenox found before, but I think that Zylenox should have a lead here, since his farming should be more optimal than Illumina's one.
Yeah, Illumina's stuck in the non-enviable position of needing an ender pearl. Has checked a decent amount of the chests, but just 100% reliant right now on mob spawning RNG.
Zylenox seems to have collected the blaze powder that he needed and now is returning to the stronghold. This is a race against time. If Illumina gets an Enderman spawn now, he might have a chance to enter the end. But if Zylenox makes it first to the portal room, this looks as a victory for Zylenox.
Yeah, I'm still just scouting Illumina's inventory every time he opens it up. I just do not see the blaze rods. I'm assuming that I'm blind because it appears that his main priority was the ender pearl, but I'm not sure. Maybe he also isn't noticing. Yes, as chat is pointing out, Zylenox's portals did link. Will have to run about 1,000 blocks to get back again.
Oh no, that is a very unfortunate event for Zylenox, who has to run all his way over. I'm not sure if at some point resetting might have been a better idea and do just a scouted travel, as it is called. Just remembering the courts in the portal room and trying to go there in the nether. But yeah, this is the situation that we have right now. Both runners, racers encountering some problems that they have to solve. Zylenox forgot the courts of the stronghold. He wrote in chat and now is just running randomly around. What is happening, Ben? What is this race? Both runners just doesn't know apparently what they're doing. This is hilarious.
I think Illumina, by not getting the portal link, might actually have a chance to be technically in the lead here. We know for a fact that Zylenox has to go through 1,000 blocks of Nether here, of Overworld here, which is also not favorable terrain. Extreme hills, very annoying to get around, going to be a big pain for him. But on Illumina's side, he has a portal straight into the portal room. and just needs to get the remaining Ender Pearls from the looks of it. Oh, Illumina.
Oh, and Illumina's falling into lava. He has probably to reset. Didn't make the jump, and this is the ultra scuffed match that I've ever seen. The most scuffed match that I've ever seen. What the frick is happening? Illumina having to reset while Zylenox is just lost in the forest. Oh my gosh, are the runners even able to finish this race? What is happening?
That was so painful to watch. Just didn't land the jump. Wasn't close enough to the wall to be able to hit the block catch. Does have the data pack installed. We can see there on the reset. But that is just awful to see. Going to see Illumina now being able to go for what you mentioned, which is a scouted reset. Gonna have all the information in the world and will be able to try to beat the seed as fast as possible. Zylenox on the other side has everything he needs, just needs to get to the stronghold.
Honestly, this is a very interesting situation. We see Zylenox apparently knowing kind of where he has to go, but kind of forgot where the stronghold is. And Illumina, well, he apparently, or he should know where all the stuff is. So if Illumina manages to beat this game very, very quick, maybe there is a chance for him to come back. But if Zylenox now remembers where he has to go, then I think this is not looking good for Illumina.
This seed is definitely playable in like sub 10. Like Illumina can definitely bring this back. I think it requires just a little bit something more wrong to go for Zylenox, because he's back down into the stronghold.
I think at this point, Zylenox is very far ahead, and this probably will be a victory for Zylenox, but between him and the W is still the Ender Dragon, so we will see if he manages to beat this game in the next couple minutes, or if there's gonna be another unfortunate event. He is looking around and trying to remember where the portal room is. He finds it now and is gonna go inside of the room, filling it with ice. Please don't throw an eye away. And he is in the end at 25 minutes and 44 seconds, a time that is very special.
Yeah, that's, I think, probably the slowest end enter we've had for this tournament so far. A lot going wrong for both runners here. Zylenox, though, is in a good situation here. He has a good amount of explosives, has a crossbow in the back, so even if something goes wrong, should be able to clean this up. But given what we've seen here, trust nothing and trust no one.
Illumina at the moment experimenting with a rune portal in the nether, trying to make his way to the fortress, while Zylenox is in the end killing an enderman for pearl and shot some towers. The dragon, because that entered the attack mode and shot some fireballs back. Now on the other side, probably gonna purge very soon. This looks like a potential purge for Zylenox, but the dragon says no, not right now. I want you to suffer more, and because of that I'm gonna fly around the island. Zylenox having the superior weapon to kill the dragon in his hand, which is a sword and not an axe, by the way. Very nice play by Zylenox, and using that sword to kill more Enderman, hoping to get a pro, but he doesn't get one. Of course, this race is just cursed.
Yeah, definitely not feeling the love on the RNG for the site for either of the runners here. Gonna finally get the pearl here. Misread the perch earlier. Definitely something that I think most people would have done. That was a very bait movement from the dragon. Some cooked pork chops coming through here for Illumina. Gonna make his way up to do attempt 2 of this bastion route, but everybody's eyes should be on Zylenox's screen. That perch is all that stands between him and victory.
waiting for the dragon to perch. The dragon still flying around. There's some more towers activated. I don't know how many arrows Zylenox has at this moment. Both runners know that the other racer must have had some difficulties too due to this time. So maybe the idea is at this moment to shoot all the towers and play kind of safe. But it seems like Zylenox is just waiting for the dragon to purge. The dragon on the other side decides, yo, I don't want to purge. I want you to suffer more. I want Chad to have some fun with this race and see the runners suffer. So Zylenox is just there and waiting for the dragon to purge while the dragon is just trolling him.
You know, I don't want to start setting it up, but Illumina's almost done with his Bastion route here. Only needs the 10 obby, will just need... Arguably doesn't even need another Pearl Tree. He could leave right now. Maybe wants some Fire Res, but he technically has everything he needs to beat the game currently.
The other racer that technically has everything to beat the game now for a couple minutes is Zylenox, who is still in the end and waiting for the dragon to purge. I don't know what is happening, but that dragon is still waiting. Does not want to give Zylenox the opportunity to clutch that sub 30. At this point, I believe this run is gonna be longer than 30 minutes. And there we have it. Finally, the dragon is purging. Is Zylenox gonna get that one cycle or not? Kind of late for his bed, but I think at this moment he should be able to clean this off, and the axe should finish this piece or the sword, and we have it. The W for Zylenox. 1 victory for Zylenox, 0 for Illumina.
Sub 30 said in chat by Zylenox. Yeah, this is what I was foreshadowing a little bit with these runners. Neither of them looked particularly dominant in their previous rounds. Both previous world record holders. That title definitely comes with a lot of expectations and a lot of a lot of standards that you expect coming out from them. Illumina gonna be hearing the news now, but this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, Zylenox versus Illumina. Illumina versus Zylenox. First points going to Zylenox. These two runners, as you mentioned, former world record holders of 1.16 RSG. Also, some people say they're best Roblox buddies too. Very good friends. But today, no friendship. This is gonna be a complete madness, a battle between two legends of 116 RSG, Zylenox versus Illumina. We were able to see a little bit of that skill in the first race, even though it was kind of unfortunate, and I'm very excited to see the second one. We will see if Illumina is gonna be able to come back and get that point, or if Zylenox is gonna just take the second victory and also there for the match.
Yeah, Illumina definitely, I feel as if he's definitely got something to prove here. Seeing the seed coming through now on the side of Zylenox. Seed RNG being put in, so no issues on his side with the RNG. But Illumina, yeah, I think he's definitely going to have something to prove after that. Zylenox, I think, mainly just got unlucky with the breaks. Illumina was short on pearls. That means that he used a pearl. I guess also it's breaks. But a lot of RNG, Zylenox was ahead for a lot of that as well. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
At least, both of them, since they have tried to get 1.17 RSG world records, are familiar with scuffed 1.16 runs, if you want to say. So they seem to like those kind of runs, and they seem to be familiar with them. But I'm very sure that the second race is not going to be as the first one. I hope at least. And that race is starting right now. Both runners in another savannah. It is a village. We see some houses, different spawns for both of them. Zylenox being under, I don't know what type of house it is, but he's close to red house with a bed, and Illumina staring at another wooden house in front that I believe has a chest inside.
Yeah, red house right next to Zylenox, famed for its water buckets, but Illumina also has another chest house right in his vision. 114 knowledge going to be coming through as Village Comfort. Illumina immediately walks into the false blacksmith and gets nothing, but you know,
I mean, at least in 1.16, the loot inside a village is the same for both runners and not randomized as in previous versions. So if one runner gets a lucky bucket, the other runner should have the possibility to get the same one. And we see Lumina looking at the chest and looking around in the hope, I believe, to get one of those buckets, now deciding that it's time to punch some wood and get some logs in order to craft some tools. Zylenox digging down, looking for some cobblestone. He finds it and is gonna start to craft some tools right now.
Yeah, quite a lot of bait there in terms of the houses. A lot of houses with potential chests, none of them having anything besides food as of right now. So villages, a lot of people associate with the chance of being able to high roll a bucket, but neither runner coming across one right now, and we will see golem kill being defaulted to on the side of Zylenox.
Both runners now killing the Iron Man, getting 5 iron from that kill, and now also Zylenox finding a rune portal. A previous not a rune portal as in the previous run. He gets a sword from that rune portal. I wonder what type of sword that could be. Let's see. I didn't see the enchantment.
I don't
Let's see what
believe
Illumina
it's
finds.
looting.
Illumina's just skipping it, so I believe it's not looting. Sad.
Yeah, very nice rune portal loot coming in here. Late spot on the side of both runners, but will be giving them a good amount of iron. Both of them will now have a bucket and a pickaxe for enter, as both of them doing the same fix for the portal as well. Zylenox gonna be entering first again though.
Entering first at 2 minutes and 22 seconds. Spawns inside a ravine. Not the best spawn, to be honest. Is gonna look around and finds the fortress right there. Also, I think did a very quick E-counter and is now going towards the bastion first.
Yeah, looks like Illumina's going fortress first. A big talking point coming out of his most recent PB, which was fortress first. A lot of people very impressed by that decision making, and it will be one that he repeats right now.
Going indeed for the fortress for the fortress first. Oh my god, the previous race just cracked my mind. I'm destroyed as a commentator right now.
I'm just used to it at this point. The amount of scuffed matches I have commentate outnumber anybody else's by a large margin.
Illumina having some trouble there with some blazes. Gonna use that crafting table as a shield. That blaze is gonna go towards Illumina though. Now both blazes already shot the 3 fireballs, and it's time to kill them. Still no rod for Illumina. More blazes spawn. Illumina just doesn't give a thing. He doesn't care. He's gonna go and try to avoid to get hit from the fireballs. Gets hit once though. Zylenox, in the meantime, found the bastion. I believe this is another bridge, since this looks very Azadowski, right?
Yeah, this is in fact another bridge. Made his way to the Chalice earlier, and will be doing Dowski route again. And this recalls for me one of the matches earlier in the tournament. We saw something quite similar in Silver versus Cruxed. Cruxed went for forcing the Bastion first, similar to what Zylenox is doing, and then just high-rolled the heck out of a blind. On the other side was a little bit slower on the Fortress split, though, for Silver, so we'll see how Illumina can do here.
Illumina using a golden pickaxe to clear up the spawner and give the blazes an opportunity to spawn, but the blazes seem to just don't care and not spawning at all. Illumina currently sitting at 4 blaze rods. There we have 3 more blazes for Illumina, who's gonna... No, 4 more. If he gets lucky and they drop, he should be out of the blaze spawner very, very soon.
Yeah, will be on 7 now, making his way out, assuming he has E-Raid as he is heading immediately in the correct direction. Let's not have another falling incident. Jumps his way around and will be beelining his way as they now just switch places.
Illumina now going towards the Bastion, while Zylenox now using a Blaze Bed since he got some string from the Bastion. He also had some beds from the village, so he is opting for that. And since he went for the Bastion, got some fire resistance, he should be fine. There was some lava dropping, but this is no problem for Zylenox. That Blaze wanted to escape, but Zylenox said, no, I'm gonna go back behind you and just gonna kill you. And yeah, now sitting at one blaze rod, waiting for more blazes to spawn. I believe Zylenox should get more spawns than Illumina since he was able to clear the blaze spawner faster.
Yeah, being able to blaze bed instantly is very nice for your spawn efficiency. Illumina not taking any chances with his gold count here. Gonna mine the entire chalice, make his way over to the shoulder, setting up the trades here. We do see over 20 obsidian on the side of Zylenox also. So interesting to see. He's in very close proximity to the original portal, but will he go to that or will he make a fresh one here?
Are we seeing 24 obsidian for Zylenox?
Yep. Definitely.
24?
Yeah, very comfortable count here.
We will see another educated travel for Zylenox, I believe, who already used some of the obsidian, 10 to be precise, to build the first portal. Already having 2 blaze rods, now sitting on 3 and probably gonna get the 4th one. Oh wait, if those 2 drop? No, they don't drop, so he probably will kill that last blaze and then gonna get the first angle before he is gonna go to the second location where he's gonna build the second portal, which hopefully this time is gonna be a little bit closer to the stronghold. I hope.
Well, we're going to be seeing on the side of Illumina, we're likely going to be seeing these runners going to different strongholds. Illumina likely to to portal on spot here. Gonna make one as close as possible, get his angle, do his distance check, whereas Zylenox, completely different direction here. So stronghold RNG definitely something that we're going to have to factor in.
First portal completely different for both runners indeed, and this could lead to different strongholds for the runners. The difference of the scouting in the nether is also gonna lead to a potential different stronghold in the overworld. I see arrows in Illumina's menu, by the way. So probably gonna see some health ball for Illumina, who spawned in a cave, is gonna lose one ender eye. Unfortunately, Zylenox on the other side spawned in the middle of a plains biome, close to Savannah, and also just throwing away an eye, getting the angle, and I have not seen him getting that eye back.
Yeah, Illumina 100% losing an eye there. As gonna go back and sift through some trades still, not quite sure what he is after there. But looks like the angle... Wait, he still needs... Is he doing... Does he want more obby? No, he's going for the wall. He wants the gold to make gold pickaxes because he is going to be taking an uncomfortable route. And I believe these runners might have actually ended up going to the same stronghold anyway.
The travel for Zylenox seemed to be very comfortable though. He's using some pearls and we see some open space for Zylenox now. He's going towards the wall, but he's gonna just place the portal there. He misplaces some obsidian, but it's fine. He still has more. This could have been very unfortunate for Zylenox, but luckily he had more obsidian, still sitting on 2, and now he's gonna spawn inside a cave. Are we gonna see an ice spice soon for Zylenox? It doesn't look like it. He probably has to go up to check an angle and is now digging up indeed.
Yeah, very unfortunate on his side, spawning in a mountains at Y11. He's going to be going up for a while on the other side of Lumina's portal location, taking him into the ocean, prepping a boat here. Will be able to just swim his way up and out, and he's going to be on the move a lot faster.
Both runners now on their way towards the stronghold as we are crossing the 10-minute mark. I hope this race is going to be faster than the previous one. I hope this time the runners did a better estimation of the stronghold, and I hope that this is going to be as close as the previous match. No, actually, not as close. I hope this time it's actually close so that Illumina has a chance to come back and we have the opportunity to see a third match. But yeah, it's very unclear who is closer to the strongholds. As you said, or as you mentioned, Illumina spawned in an ocean that now has a little bit of an advantage there, but Zylenox had a little bit of an advantage inside the nether with the travel, so maybe it paid off, maybe it didn't. We will find it out very, very soon.
Going to opt to set a safety bed here just out of his portal. Has an insane amount of obby, but wants to be able to... Wait, did the pearl... The pearl turned around. Illumina's already triangulating.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Zylenox on the other side. Don't think there was a big angle change. It was unclear to see for me. So, oh, there's also the ocean for Zylenox. Is it the same ocean though as we can see on Illumina's side? We see icebergs on both screens. Illumina though is digging down at 11:30, so this probably means that Illumina found the chunk first, and he should have a big advantage right now.
Yeah, and he landed that travel so insanely well. He spawned on the other side of the island, made his way around it in a bit slow of a fashion. Okay, just keeping his health bar's fine. But managed to check before going away and ends up straight in the portal room, 2-eye, so hopefully shouldn't see breaks being an issue here, as Illumina is in the end already.
Illumina being in the end at 12 minutes flat. Gonna set up that crossbow and crafting the beds, having 5 in the inventory plus those that he got from the village. He should be on 6 or 7 right now. Not sure how many he took, probably 2. Is gonna start to shoot some towers, having a nice aim, getting 2 towers out of 2 shots now, going for the third one. This is the first shot that he fails. The dragon is starting to get angry and shots Illumina, who was sitting in the middle of the ends. All the end fountain is now completely filled with magic. Not sure if that was the best decision by Illumina, who's now going and trying to get some distance or gain some distance from the middle, and is now waiting for the dragon to purge.
Well, Zylenox also found his way to Stronghold Island, going to be triangulating here. Does only have the 11 right now, but we already know this is a 2-eye, so shouldn't be struggling there. Is that a miss perch? Oh no, he gets in.
Looks like
barely gets in time. Manages to clutch it. No F3. Illumina very famous for this. Very low damage third bed. Doesn't have much in the back. Gets it down to a decent chunk of health. Is this enough for the axe? I'm not sure if it's in range.
it's not a glitch dragon as we can see, and this should be a victory for Illumina, who gets the second race of the day. Now both racers being on 1 point each. We will go to the next race, which is gonna determine who is the victor of this match. Zylenox versus Illumina. Both runners now having 1 point. We will see what is gonna happen in the last and decisive match.
Yeah, going to be forcing this to go to a third map here. Definitely a travel difference just coming out here. I think both of the Nether strategies ended up being basically net neutral, which, considering Zylenox had to technically travel more distance to go to the Bastion and loop back again, quite decent on his part. The Fire Reds and the Blaze Bed definitely helping him out to have a smoother Blaze fight. But then Illumina landing the travel just absolutely launched him ahead. Zylenox still keeping it reasonably close, and I think that this third map will be anybody's game.
It will be very interesting. We can see from this match again one thing that we have mentioned a lot during this tournament or during previous tournaments, that it seems to be that one of the splits where the racers gain most of the time is the accuracy of the blinds or the nether travel, right? So we have seen this in this race where Illumina was just closer to the stronghold and therefore gained the essential time to take the victory in this second round.
Yeah, I don't think we're seeing either of these runners particularly running the most up-to-date triangulation strategies. I might have missed on Illumina's side, but I think it's definitely it's definitely interesting because a lot of the other runners, they've been switching to Axis. They've, like we saw on Moley's side, he was trying to do perfect. There's a lot that they could still be doing to make that never travel split as low as possible.
So we can see that both runners are now entering the third and final seed. We see some Ocean on Zylenox screen, who is pausing with F3 and escape, and Illumina's also pausing. We see a little bit more water on his side. I assume that this is going to be an Ocean seed where the runners will have to find the shipwreck and the potential underwater ravine, but I don't know, maybe they turn around and there's just a coastal village. We will see it very, very soon.
Yeah, I'd expect this to be a shipwreck. I believe we see that down to the right on Illumina's screen. Gonna be likely a good amount of that. Looks like from this angle it's only half, so we may be seeing a foodless entry coming through from the runners.
Let's see who's going to be the best pirate in this race. As it started, we see shipwreck right there. Illumina and Zylenox both finding it at the same time. Illumina opting for the food chest first, now going to the back part and gonna loot that iron part. Gonna skip the golden ingots and just gonna go for all the iron. We will see if the racers are gonna opt also for the treasure map or not. Probably not, since they already have a bunch of iron. I would just skip it and go directly towards the ocean to see if I can find another entry.
Yeah, definitely gonna be never entry priority here. Buried treasure usually only if you feel that you specifically need more of one resource, if you really don't want to enter foodless or you're short on iron. That would be the only reason to be going towards buried treasure, but it looks like Zylenox out of the wreck first, out onto the ocean a bit faster, as we've seen him playing the overworld decently faster quite consistently here.
Zylenox finding ravine first is gonna opt to place a door and mine for some flint. He got some gravel, not sure if he got actually that flint, is now swimming down and gonna look for that characteristic L. He finds one there and now gonna start building the underwater ravine that most of us know. And he's almost done. He's gonna enter at maybe sub 2 if he gets lucky with that flint. Let's see. There we go. He gets the flint and he's gonna enter at 1 minute and 45.
Yeah, very fast overworld coming out from Zylenox here, as it looks like Illumina had some issues locating the ravine. Going to be spawned quite low here on Soul Sand Fortress, visible. Going to be E-raying for the Bastion, unless that was Bastion he saw behind him, I'm not 100% sure. Illumina on his way building the portal now. Going to be finishing that off right now, has the flint and steel, and will be entering only about 30 seconds behind.
I don't know what the mindset is of the racers, but they know that this could be the end of the tournament for them. Facing a world record holder, a previous former world record holder each. Zylenox finding the Bastion first. We will see if the runners are gonna opt for some dangerous gameplay or if they're gonna play safe. Probably they're gonna risk a lot since they have to take the points to gain the match. But yeah, we will see what the decision making is. Both runners deciding to go to the Bastion. This looks like a big cube, so I assume it is a treasure bastion.
I believe you're completely correct. We see Zylenox rounding himself up onto the bridge here. Illumina, a little bit of a precarious situation he put himself in there. Ended up having the wood that he was bridging over with light on fire, but is okay now. Looks like there is a zombie piglin on the bridge there. Will potentially mess with some of the aggro tracking as they are swarming. Zylenox throws out the gold, wants to double back, breaks a block to let them up, breaks another one, as he's going to do, from the looks of it, a staircase route.
He is indeed having some trouble there with the piggies, but now seems to have managed the problems and is starting to loot the gold from the bastion. While Illumina is starting his route right now, no pigmen for him, only piglin. The piglin are chasing him though, but he's throwing that gold. The piglin are now looking at it and evaluating what they should return or should return for that gold thrown. Zylenox finding some obsidian from that chest, currently sitting at 5, getting another gold block, and now going to the second part of the bastion to get more gold. Looking at the trades, and already sitting at 15 pearls.
Yeah. Looks like he might even be going for high roll here. Hits 10 LB. Don't think that he's anywhere near wanting to hang around for more. Would not hate to see him leave here, but I would be interested to see what he does in terms of travel. Yeah, leaving on 10 here. We will see him either blinding or educating from original portal. Gonna get some bread, pull his way across, lands on the basalt, makes his way down to the fortress as we see Zylenox. Very fast bastion split, especially with considering he ran an unconventional route.
Considering that Zylenox has been very low on his eye counts in the previous 2 matches, I'm surprised that he's high rolling this and leaving. I believe is it 15 pearls total? Which is for 116 it's not the biggest or highest amount of pearls, to be honest. So I'm surprised by that decision. Probably not gonna use lots of those pearls to travel in the nether for blinds.
He's only sitting on 13 right now. He used 2 to get across. So he's already gambling on having less breaks than he has before. Opting for the pearls for the faster travel. I was gonna say that I agreed with the use when sitting on 14 as backup, but you point out he had 15, used 2 with the travel here, gonna do a frontside blaze bed, open up the spawner a bit, but we'll see if that decision to try to high roll to be faster will come back to bite him.
As one of the best 116 runners that existed said a lot, you have to risk it for a biscuit. We will see if this is going to pay off for Zylenox or if this is too much and is going to lead to a defeat. Illumina on the other side also having only 14 ender pearls, I see, as far as I can see, and both runners should have 10 obsidian. At least that is the amount that a Zylenox has. So are we just gonna see a random blind, or are the runners gonna opt and try to go back to the nether enter to get an angle? Probably we're just gonna see a blind, because that terrain does not look like the best terrain to travel around. So I would blind here. I don't know what you.
I think if they had a higher pearl count, I would be leaning towards doing educate from original portal. This terrain isn't that bad if you have pearls, as Kat actually points out, and we notice in his inventory he does actually. Illumina has a lot more pearls comparatively.
Oh yes, yeah, he has way more pearls. Now killing some blazes and not opting for a blaze bed there. He is mining that blaze spawner with his pickaxe. Probably a good decision since it's open behind and the blazes could start flying around. But Zylenox managed to get all the rods, and he is indeed going back to the portal. Is going to opt for the educated travel.
Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting decision. I don't inherently think that it's wrong, but I'm interested to see how his travel goes depending on the angle. Could definitely go well in some cases, but I I think that this is just as much of a gamble as going for Educator, because you could lose so much time working your way through this Nether terrain.
He placed that boat, is now going back to the surface. Is he gonna go for surface travel? No way. No, he's using that boat to do a distance estimation. Yeah, I was confused. Why is he placing that boat? Are we gonna see overworld travel by Zylenox? But no, he's just getting the angles now, starting to do some math in his head, and gonna go back to the Nether to find the cords that he thinks the stronghold should be close to. Illumina on the other side just blinded, and is crafting that Ender Eyes, getting that angle, and is now just starting to go to the stronghold. So we will see if he got lucky and the blind paid off, or on the other side, the consistent educated travel by Zylenox is gonna give him that final victory for the match.
Well, the thing that's interesting actually is Illumina had enough for double travel, but does a distance check, sees that, checks the angles, believes that he is close by. As the eye turns around, he has landed it. He had the option. He did the distance check. He is right next to the stronghold.
You're kidding me, right?
Nope, eyes turned around already.
What? Okay, so very, very nice nether travel by Illumina, who's gonna use that shovel to mark his path while he's traveling through the plains, gonna kill some sheep with flint and steel in the next, still throwing some more ice, and now looking for that chunk where he will dig down. Is gonna decide that this is it, since the eye is pointing directly down, currently sitting at 12 ender eyes, doesn't have to wait for the eye to come back to the surface, is just gonna start digging down, dig down at 5-4, I believe, in the chunk.
Yeah, making his way down now into the stronghold. Zylenox, not 100% sure of his current proximity to the stronghold, but definitely needs to make up some time here. Gonna be hoping that he can maybe nail some stronghold now where Illumina fails it. This stronghold looks like it's extremely deep.
I have to say, I think Zylenox is right there as the eye turns around. Yeah, this looked very familiar to me. He's now going back and looking for that chunk. He decides that this is it, just gonna YOLO it and start digging down. Probably a interesting decision, good decision, since he doesn't have as much ender eyes as Illumina. Is gonna rely on this chunk being over the stronghold, while Illumina's already in it, is looking for that portal room, is going and gonna find a 4-way, is gonna go deeper and deeper, now gonna go back. This looks like a very scuffed stronghold, to be honest.
Yeah, very scuffed. No C counter on the side of Zylenox means that he is not even in particularly close proximity of a cave. Has completely missed on the stronghold, not even going to be able to find his way in, as Illumina finds the portal room, fills it in, and is in the end.
In the end, at 11 minutes and 20 seconds, it is a 0. I am very worried for Zylenox. Is he even able to enter, or is he having some issues there again? Illumina, though, is in the end starting to use that crossbow, shooting the towers, placing obsidian in the middle, still being very close to the middle now, going a little bit further away so that the magic does not hit the fountain while he's shooting that tower. Is very good aim. This, I think, is the first shot that he didn't hit the crystal, and is hitting most of them. Is gonna wait for the dragon to purge very soon. I think that is gonna be the last tower that he's gonna shoot.
Yeah, very impressive accuracy in general. Crossbows tend to be a lot less comfortable for most players compared to normal bows, as well as no F3 as well to be able to see the hitboxes. Very impressive showing coming out from Illumina, as Zylenox has found his way into the stronghold here, but crystals are down for Illumina. Sitting on the potential of a 5-bed, it looks like it is his match to lose.
It is his match to lose indeed, waiting for the dragon to purge. 5 beds, 1 golden apple, bunch of pearls, a lot of them, a lava bucket, and some obsidian that he currently possesses. Not sure how long that dragon is gonna wait for the purge, but if the dragon trolls, as in Zylenox opportunity that he got in the previous match, then Zylenox will have indeed a chance to come back as he's navigating that stronghold right now. But as I said, I don't know if he has enough eyes. As we see one cycle for Illumina hitting a good first pad, and this looks very clean.
Oh,
That was not the best. Wait
he
a
has
minute.
it. I think it's in
Yeah,
range.
he has it.
Yeah, we'll be able to finish it off with the axe. How does all worrying there for a second? As he will close this out, the #1 seed of the tournament will continue his run, eliminating Zylenox from contention in what was a very close series.
Comeback for Illumina, who lost the first race and now wins this match with 2 victories against Zylenox. This has been a very, very nice race so far. Very interesting to see, especially the first round. Not sure if we are going to have an interview, but if we have, I think there will be lots of questions that we can ask the runners, especially about the first race.
Yeah, I think first race is definitely one that both runners will want to erase from their memory. Illumina, after that, really did clean up his act and put out some more clean runs, both sub 14, I believe, in the following two. So, will be interesting to see what they have to say about that.
Both runners agreed on an interview, so we will be waiting for them to arrive and ask them some questions. As we can see, Zylenox already in the waiting room. And yeah, I don't know about you, but I think we will have lots of interesting questions for the runners. Oh, hello, Zylenox.
Hey, so
How's it going?
I'm all right. That was kind of scuffed. Well, just the
It was a little
start.
bit
I think
scuffed,
no, I
right?
think
Yeah.
I think the rest was pretty clean. Just
Yo, hello,
Yo.
Illumina, also to you. Congratulations for the victory. 2 victories for Illumina, 1 for Zylenox. Very scuffed first race. I don't know about you runners, but we all went crazy. That was one of the scuffedest rounds I've ever seen. Maybe you can give us some words about your thoughts, especially for the first race.
I couldn't triangulate pretty much at all. I threw a billion eyes. It was a 0 eye. There was no pearls in the stronghold. I went back, died in the nether. I had to reset. It was pretty nice. I don't know. That was scuffed. Really scuffed.
Well,
Yeah,
it's very rare in such a high level play to see both runners have to return to the Nether after finding the portal room, both in the same boat where you were, in fact, one crucial material short on the side of Zylenox. It was 1 piece of blaze powder. Illumina short 1 eye, 1 ender pearl.
One pearl. And the worst part was I killed an enderman, didn't drop one. So, yeah.
no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Yeah, what
Losing
was
the orange.
crossing your mind as you saw that the timer just kept going, and there was no call for the match?
I was just wondering what was going on with Zylenox. He's messing up.
Yeah, I think we haven't seen in a long time this situation where both runners were not able to enter. Very, very sad. But at the end, Zylenox got trolled, I believe, 4 or 5 minutes by the dragon, until that dragon decides to finally freaking purge and give him the opportunity to 1 cycle. But he got that point. But then we saw the comeback by Illumina in the 2nd and 3rd round. I don't know, what were your thoughts about those races?
I mean, those races I played mostly clean. I think. I think I should probably work on my 1 cycles. I don't know if you saw them, but they're a bit weird. That 2nd round was insane. I thought I was done that round.
Yeah, definitely. I think that on both rounds, the biggest difference coming out between you was the travel. Illumina on round 2 doing the calculated and ending up probably 150 blocks away, maybe. And then on the 3rd round, was that not just your blind portal to distance check, where you ended up right above the stronghold?
Yeah, it was right above it. I don't know I don't know if Zylenox built his portal in a similar location, but
Zylenox, in fact, in the third round, went for a high roll strategy comparatively. Zylenox, would you want to talk about that a bit?
Wait, I did? I don't know what's high roll or not high roll. I just did educated.
Well, in
I like-
general, your bastion routing was you ended up doing the staircase route and only doing, I believe, one side of the ramparts, one side of the chests. So, not as
Yeah.
didn't have as many resources comparatively. Illumina ended up having a lot more pearls, had enough obby for double travel. So that's where the big difference in your play came out in that third seed.
Yeah. I think.
Second
but-
seed. Sorry, go
Oh
ahead.
no, you good. I think I think what screwed me over in the second round is I spawned at Y20 under a mountain when I calculated it. I had to dig to Y80.
Yeah. That was something that we noticed. You both ended up blinding at a very similar time. You spawning under a massive mountain, Illumina spawning under an ocean, in which he goes straight up and the stronghold is straight there. It
Man.
was definitely not a massive amount of time between you guys. Zylenox was usually pretty close behind in the following seeds. Illumina obviously in the first seed took the death, so by the end was quite far out of reach comparatively. But a good series from both involved first after the first one got out of the way. Definitely some respectable play that we came coming through.
Very,
Yeah,
very
that was-
respectable. I think it was second seed where we saw Fortress first by Illumina and Bastion first by Zylenox. And then they switched the splits exactly at the same time. And that led for different travel in the nether. And wasn't that also the round where there was only 10 obsidian and Zylenox decided to educate and Illumina to blind?
that
Or
was
was that
free.
the last race? Ah, that
That
was
was
the
free.
last race. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, very respectable. Not sure. Do you have some final words, Illumina, Zylenox, about the race?
there are no winners because Zylenox lost, and I'm sad about that.
Illumina is
Aw.
my friend and I'm happy for him.
Let's
Feel
go.
strong, man.
This was when I saw how to fight you. I was like, "Oh, this is not gonna. No matter what happens,
Yeah.
it's fine." I don't.
It was a good game though, honestly. Like I learned a lot
Yeah.
in the past few days because for once I actually practiced speedrunning for this. So I learned how to actually play the game better, so
That's good.
it was beneficial and fun. I enjoyed.
Yes, very nice. Yeah, we can see that speedrunning is not only about competing. Sometimes you also make some friends. Very nice to see that. And
Yeah.
yes, Zylenox, very, very sad to see you go, being one of the former world record holders of this category. Question for you: what are your plans regarding Minecraft for the future?
I do want to get back into RSG. I just kind of dedicated myself to like relearning, like completely redoing Bastion routes and all that, so I can play consistently for the tourney. But I think now I'm just gonna go back and try and beat my PB because it's garbage.
Cool. And yeah,
Simple as
congratulations again to Illumina for winning this race. But guys, this is not it, as we will see more matches today. The next match, I believe, is Minecraft versus Crux. Right now is going to be right after this match, commentated by BGR and T-Wex. So
Winner
I
goes
hope
against
you will
Illumina.
stay.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, nice. See you there.
Ew.